This video is to assist applicants in submitting a cannabis consumption lounge application. Before we begin, please note you will need to have completed two things before you start your consumption lounge application. You must have a Nevada business license. You can obtain that through the Nevada Secretary of State's office. Additionally, each owner, officer, and board member of a proposed consumption lounge must submit an application for a cannabis consumption lounge agent card. This can be done through Accela, the same website where you will be submitting your application for a consumption lounge license. We have educational videos and other tools on our website, ccb.nv.gov, to help applicants complete both of those steps. Also on our website, you'll find a Preparing to Apply worksheet, which can be used to gather required information and documents prior to beginning your application. You'll want to have this information on hand as you complete the application. Once the consumption lounge application period is open and you are ready to begin here on the Accela homepage. As a reminder, you can access this page by going to our website, ccb.nv.gov. You'll find the link to Accela in the top right under Industry Login. Or you can bookmark and save the URL to get to the Accela homepage directly. You'll need an Accela user account in order to apply for a license, and we have a brief video walkthrough of how to create an Accela user account on our website. This is the homepage for Accela. It's important to always pay attention to the information here at the top of the page. You'll note that Google Chrome is the preferred browser for Accela. If you run into issues in Accela, please be sure you've first cleared your internet browser cache, then close your browser and reopen it to make sure it has been cleared. Once you've logged in, you should see this personalized dashboard. What you're looking at right now is our test environment. Please note that some of the verbiage throughout this video may be slightly different than what users see on the public-facing page. Near the bottom of this screen, you'll see the Work in Progress section. This will show you anything you've started but did not complete or fully submit. If the record number has TMP in it, it is in a temporary status. This means it has not been fully submitted. Consumption lounge application records in this temporary status will be removed at the end of the application period. Please note there are 3 different versions of the consumption lounge application depending on the consumption lounge and applicant type. Prior to beginning, please review which application is appropriate for you. In this video, we will walk through the application for an independent consumption lounge for a social equity applicant. If you're applying for a retail lounge or an independent lounge as a non-social equity applicant, parts of this application will look slightly different for you. Throughout this video, we'll point out where those differences will be. To begin an application for a cannabis consumption lounge, click on the Cannabis tab, then click Create an Application. Information will pop up including a general disclaimer. Once you're done reading everything, check the box to acknowledge that you've read and accept the terms and click Continue. On the next page, click the triangle icon next to Adult Use License Applications to reveal a drop-down menu. Select Consumption Lounge Application and then click Continue. In the application intake, review the general information, then provide information on the applicant or person completing the application, business entity, lounge license type, local jurisdiction, and the certification statement. The application portion should include the name, email, and mailing address of the applicant or person completing the application. You can add your information or select from an account that may already be saved in Accela. Each option will bring up a pop-up window to add information. Similar to other online forms, anything with an asterisk must be filled out before proceeding. As you complete each section on this page, you'll see a green check mark indicating steps that have been completed successfully. Next, enter the business entity. In this part of the application, you'll provide the name of the business that's on your agent card application, if you had it when you applied for the agent card, and is registered with the Nevada Secretary of State. At this point, you'll notice the application looks slightly different depending on the type of lounge you are applying for. Here, you'll select the type of lounge you're applying for. For retail lounges, you will be asked to add the Cannabis Establishment ID number of the business. If you're applying for an independent lounge, you'll be asked whether or not you are applying as a social equity applicant. If you're applying as a social equity applicant, attestations will appear that must be answered before you can proceed with the application. Next, select the local jurisdiction for the proposed cannabis consumption lounge. Check all the acknowledgement boxes and select your jurisdiction. For some jurisdictions, another drop-down will appear to select a more specific location within that jurisdiction. As a reminder, you will be locked into the jurisdiction and specific area if another drop-down appears, which you select, so please verify with your local jurisdiction that consumption lounges will be allowed before this step. And finally, fill out the certification statement. This box will appear at the end of the first few steps of the application. Next, read through and complete another set of attestations regarding assets and location. Please note attestations are different for retail lounge applicants and non-social equity applicants applying for an independent lounge. Please be sure to read your set of attestations carefully as you proceed. All of the information in these attestations can be found in the regulations regarding cannabis establishments and lounges. Visit the Laws and Regulations page on our website to review the regulations. Fill out the certification statement and then continue. The next step is ownership information. First, answer the attestations regarding ownership. Next, add information for all owners, officers, and board members to the chart. All the information that needs to be included are on the owners, officers, and board members chart on the Preparing to Apply worksheet. To add a person, click Add a Row. Once you click Add a Row, a pop-up will appear to enter all of the information for the owner, officer, or board member. Repeat this step for each owner, officer, or board member in your organization. Then fill out the certification statement, and then continue. Step 4 is to certify and indemnify the information you've provided thus far. In Step 5, add your diversity plan. All applicants are required to submit a diversity plan regardless of application type. We have tools on our CCB website to assist you in creating your diversity plan. When you're ready, click Add to add your diversity plan. A pop-up will appear and click Add to select your file. Once it's uploaded, click Continue. And after you've uploaded your diversity plan, you may add additional documents or add a description to your document. When you're done, click Save and then Continue. In Step 6, review all of the information in your application and make any edits. At the end of the page, once you're done reviewing, click the box to certify and electronically sign your application. Step 7 of the application is to pay for your processing fees. If you'd like to pay later, select the Pay Later button. You'll see a window appear with warnings on payment. If you do not pay your processing fee before the end of the application window, your payment will not be accepted and your application will be deemed incomplete and will be removed from consideration. Once you've acknowledged the warning, you'll be taken back to the submission page. You'll see a $0 processing fee, however, the full fee is still due. You'll then press the Submit Application button to submit your application. If you'd like to pay immediately via ACH, do not click the Pay Later button and instead select Submit Application. You'll be redirected to another page where you can insert your bank account information. To complete your ACH payment, you should have the following information on hand: account type, checking or savings, driver's license number, routing number, checking number, account holder information, name, address, phone, and email. After your application has been submitted, it'll show up in your records list and you'll receive a confirmation email within 30 minutes of applying. It's very important that you enter all information correctly, ensuring all items, including email addresses and mailing addresses, are spelled out correctly because they cannot be changed by anyone once the application is submitted. The confirmation email will have additional information regarding the application process. If you have additional questions, please visit the resources and links on our website. There you can find answers to frequently asked questions and additional resources to assist you with the application process. If you don't see your questions answered, you can email us at ccbconsumptionlounge@ccb.nv.gov.